You could say the way we experience life is along two tracks. One track is the world that we see, taste, touch, smell, experience, and explore. The world of the almost unimaginable number and variety of things. Natural things, mountains, rivers, grass, moose, flowers, strawberries, canyons, rams, really high cliffs, cicadas, ants, elk. One of these things, snow, you get the idea. Add to that, there's all the things that we've learned to make out of the natural things we see, like Pez dispensers or Cheetos. That's the first track. Then there's the other track. That's how we respond to the things on the first track. This is the world of the unseen, our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions of the world, what we conclude about life from looking at the things around us. All this stuff we're surrounded by inspires deeper questions. The first and most obvious is, where did it all come from? Why is all of this here? Philosophers have long discussed the question, why is there something rather than nothing? And most of us have wondered, is all this stuff here for a reason? Did someone or something mean for it all to be here, or did it just come into existence on its own? What about us, humans? We're nothing if not self-reflective. We are the ones who are looking at all the things and asking questions like, where did it all come from? Then we look at ourselves and wonder, who are we? Are we special? Mark Twain put it, the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Are we accidental? Are we just animals with better fashion sense who enjoy games and texting and watching TV? Are we merely oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus with dashes of potassium, sulfur, sodium, chlorine, and magnesium, but nothing else? Are we all physical, or is there something extra-dimensional about us? Then there's a question you can't avoid if you stick around long enough. With all the wonderful things around, what's wrong? Something's off, but what is it? There's beauty in the world, but there's also the ugly, the difficult, and the tragic. Is there a cure for what's wrong? If so, what is the cure? Is it more knowledge or leisure time, money, mindfulness, more notoriety, better sitcoms, or maybe just a lot of chocolate? And then there's the painful fact that all of us die. From everything we can see, life seems destined to simply end. Not only for us, but also for the whole universe. In light of this really depressing fact, is there hope? Is there hope even beyond death? Is there a whole new reality we get to enter into where death is not a threat? Or when it's over, is it just over? All of us, in one form or another, have wondered about these kinds of things. And what's more, we've probably answered them, at least sufficiently for ourselves. Our answers to those kinds of questions collectively is called a worldview. Our worldview is our beliefs about the most important and meaningful questions of life. And our worldview guides our values, decisions, and viewpoints much more than we realize. Worldviews can be formal. The major religions have doctrinal statements designed to say, this is the answer to the questions. The lesser-known religions may not have formal statements, but they do have teachings and explanations. But it's important to note that worldviews don't have to be religious. You can have a very irreligious worldview, or a worldview that rejects organized religion's answers. Worldviews can be informal and personal. For instance, many people answer the questions by mashing up various formal systems and then customizing them to their own views. Someone might like the Christian answer to the question of who we are as human beings, the atheist answer to what the cure for the problem is, and the Hindu answer to, is there hope even beyond the grave? But here's an important question. Can worldviews be true? And for that matter, can they be false? Can a worldview that I hold on the inside be false on the outside? Is my worldview accurate to what reality actually is? Are my beliefs true? Worldviews are different from one another. Really, really different. sometimes their differences are mutually exclusive, and that leads us to a problem that's going to take some thought. What do you believe about the most important and meaningful questions of life?